We can hear you.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me get together, all right, guys? How you doing? Mingle amongst yourselves. Yo, Dom.
Yo, Dom.
I got in trouble for saying "Hey, buddy" to Joey last week.
Joey?
Oh yeah, I said "Hey, buddy."
He doesn't call me back anymore.
He doesn't?
I miss him.
Do you text him or do you call him? Texting, that's not allowed. Calling, I'm surprised to hear.
I don't text. I didn't get that far. There's my
Dom.
team. Look at it. That's my team.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Dom, texting was never your thing, ever?
I don't like the sarcasm riddled with that. Let me tell you something, Chubb.
I thought we were going into a topic. That's all. I went with it.
My bad. What's the thing that the girls did for about the last 2 years? Or something. I like that one.
What are you talking about? Like what?
Hey, no, that's where it's in my head, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're bad at hearing, you skinny fucking stick.
Oh,
It's the Bod Show.
Dom, we were just talking about weight. Lee lost a boatload of weight. We were just talking about weight loss.
I know, it's still here.
Lee, how much would you lose all at one shot?
150.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's me.
It was too much.
That's like me. I weigh 165.
And it was like Dom. I was great friends with Steve Simeone. I am great friends with Steve, and like just eating. Like I don't. What do you? I missed it.
I was thinking out loud. Were you? Did he get you really fucked up when I was doing a show?
I was just telling Brian that. Yeah, to be honest with you, Dom, I looked it up today. You came on in 2014, and I had no memory of it because I was fucked up for about a decade.
Oh, sorry.
It was. Oh no, you were great. I listened to the episode today. It was a lot of fun. I would meet people and they'd come on and be like, "Nice to have you on the podcast for the first time," and they'd be like, "I've been on 4 times."
Kind of like it's fresh. It's so fresh. It's like the first time.
Oh,
I gotta get out of here. See you guys.
I don't blame you.
I got this furniture up my ass. Remember Jerky Boys? And he pulls large pieces of furniture out of his ass.
Oh, I love Jerky Boys. He kicked my dog. That was great. That was huge for me in high school. Yeah, I love Jerky Boys.
They didn't know how fucking funny they were. I did a show in Chicago with them, and they're like, "You know us? I know you. You're more famous than anybody." They're so fucking brilliant.
Who was in that group? It was a duo, right? The Jerky Boys. It was two guys.
Yeah, two. One guy did all the New York stuff. What's that?
They would do live shows.
I think everything went downhill when that happened. On the phone, it was perfect. You know,
right? And it was like I just remember with CDs. What were they on originally? Were they on like albums? Like what were they?
I remember going to the record bar and buying CDs. They were like classics.
Bar.
Remember the record?
Is that what they call it? A record bar? Is that a South Philly term?
Yeah, that was a Philly place to buy. And wait, where was the other one that was like a chain? It's not existent anymore.
There was Strawberries. There was FYE back then.
FYE, yeah.
There's
Sam
one more.
Wasn't Sam Goody's? That was a store too?
No, there was one on South Street. Everybody used to go. I forget the name of it. Fuck. It'll come to me. But yeah, wait. What was it called? FYI, you said?
FYE. For your entertainment.
And that went down.
Sorry, Dom.
No,
all right, we'll talk Blockbuster. Let's talk Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster?
I got an idea. They thought they were going to be billionaires.
Look at like Redbox. Like I loved the video store. The video store for a chubby, like nerdy kid back then. Like that was you can't talk about them now anymore. But I had Bill Cosby VHS tapes. I loved going to the video store.
I like to have the adult thing. I would go back.
Mine didn't have that. I grew up in the like they were too white for that. I didn't have like the porno ones with the beads on it. I had to find those in my dad's sock drawer, but I did. I found.
I always got thrown out for jerking off in there.
You jerked off in the store?
Well, not the adult stuff. The nurture stuff. You know,
the nature.
That's
I could have tried something funny, but no.
Do you guys ever still see those like they have them down here, like they're called the Red Barn? It's like the where you go and you watch the movie there, like the adult films. I don't understand how these places are still open, but there's always a car or two.
How you doing, Harry? How's that cocky? Is that? Get out of here, you crazy bastard! Look at him
It's
jerk
just
off
like,
his-
like who's going there with the internet? It's
There's
you
a
just
blonde
type,
lady over there.
Yeah, they got
Blonde lady.
meetup groups.
Oh, I mean,
Right,
yeah,
she can't see anything. Just jerk off right in front of her, right in her hat. You
Are
see,
people
we've been tightening this show, you know. Boys, take 5.
Yo, Dom, over here. Hey, Dom, hey.
Yo, Dom.
5 seconds, a 5-second break.
oh, okay.
I feel better now. I'm so refreshed. That first 2 seconds were a little tight, but now I'm feeling
Yeah.
good.
You're looking good. Yeah, I mean, your last guest was Brian Regan, and now you have me. So I'm just happy to be here. This is so fucking cool.
Brian Regan's a stand-up, right?
I think so.
Never heard of him.
Reagan,
Since day one.
I appreciate that, Tom. That's Brian Regan, who, Jesus Christ,
He's
but
fucking
that was
funny, man.
he is. He's fucking.
How can you be
hysterical.
that prolific and clean?
I have no that was the advice I got because I'm brand new at stand up. I'm in my 6th year.
Yeah.
But even Joey gave me that advice is to start writing clean and then to be
Mhm.
dirty. And
Yeah.
even for 3 months, I couldn't do it. I have maybe 15 minutes of clean, 20 minutes of clean. I can't imagine
It's horrible.
doing. Really, you don't like it?
I like it as a challenge, but something always ends up jizzing over a hedge in my world. My world. And the
It always
jizz
leans
hit
that
the
way. Did you have a lot of pressure to be clean when you were starting?
Yeah, but his ass. Did you answer this question? What does he mean? He's one of us today. For one day, you can't get all the attention. You chubby. Can I call you chubby?
You can call me whatever you want, Tom.
I wasn't calling you. I would call you big chubby. No.
Perfect. Listen, that's gonna be on my headstone. Dom Irrera called me Big Chubby. I can I'll do it. You can call me whatever you want.
All right.
Lee, fasting is the move. Fasting. That's how you got rid of all the weight.
I did because I can't eat 3 small meals a day. I can't do it. So to me, I had one bigger meal. Joey would always give me shit because I eat rice cakes. I eat cauliflower rice. It's not good, but if left to my own devices, I'll eat a meal. I'll eat pasta every day. I can't stop. So that's what I had to do.
Bring the guy on the show. He gets everybody hungry. No, I can't wait
Oh
to-
my
I
God.
can't wait to get out of here.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like, what do you miss from Philly? Because Steve and I will talk about Philly food for hours. I think it's probably one of the best cities in the country for food.
Yeah. We got some good. Steve Simeone, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Don't tell him I said something nice about him. He's a great
No.
guy, ain't he?
He's the best.
He's not the best. He's third. He's be picky on here.
Who's number 1 and number 2?
You and your mom.
I'll tell her you said that. That's
Tell her I
perfect.
said hi, Ski.
Oh my God. Yeah, Steve. We would go. He would take me. His buddy owns a pizza place in Philly. Have you been there, Steve?
Ionelli's, yeah.
Yeah, Ionelli's is
Vinny's the man.
Yeah. Made the best pizza. He's open 6 days a year. It's I have no idea how you find him, but he's fucking when you get there, it's awesome.
Where are you from originally, Lee?
Outside of Boston, unfortunately. I love Boston, but it's just I can't
Boston's
stand the
a
weather.
big food town, no?
We have seafood
right.
and it's not bad. It's just not great.
Mm-mm.
It's nothing like Philly. You go to Philly, that's where I got off the diet was Philly. Joey had a show at Parks Casino, and that was I relapsed in Philadelphia. I went to the Italian section, and I swear to God, I packed ice into my suitcase because I got these really nice ravioli, and I went on the Amtrak all the way back to Boston with $100 worth of ravioli, and it was I fucking relapsed in Philadelphia.
You know
You
you're
went
legit.
hard. Yeah, ravioli.
You
Ice.
know you're a legit good eater when you call ravioli nice. You're describing your food. You're describing your food as nice.
There's nothing better than Italian food, because Sebastian has a great joke about it. But as a Jewish guy, like it's okay. Like a bagel's fine, whatever, brisket. But compared to Italian food, it's nothing. So
Nothing comes close.
No.
Excuse me, Sebastian. We don't talk about him on this show. He stole my whole act. Somebody said to me that first of all, I think he's a great comedian. He'd never do this, but fucking guy goes on stage and talks about Italians. That's bullshit. Tom did that in 1954.
That was
Anyway.
that people would think like was there a lot of stealing when you were coming up, Tom? Like was that just something that without the internet people did all the time?
Just what?
Stealing jokes.
material.
Yeah, talking about stealing material.
I'm kidding about him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
of course,
yeah.
of course.
He's fucking terrific. Plus, he's so like physical. Like I can't bend that far.
No.
I can't steal. He's a clown. That's what he's a clown.
His first special when he's doing that joke about Ross and he's throwing the pants everywhere, his facial expressions, like he's one of the best. He
used to be the waiter at the Four Seasons.
I know.
He's a great waiter.
Waiter.
That's the combination.
It's a waiter who smokes a little bit before a shift.
Exactly.
Would you ever go to the Four Seasons and fuck with him, or not when he was coming up?
No, but everybody tells you I'm going to be a singer sometime, and I just said I was nice to him, and I told him what you have to do. But he's got talent, You can tell.
You could see it all even back then.
Well, he good looking, and I feel like such a when I say that. It really,
there are handsome men though. I would, it's hard to say.
Especially early Sebastian, even as a straight guy, he's hot. Like there's nothing you can't argue with that.
How are we going to transition now, Dom?
I don't know. You figure it out, punk. the abusive host. Laughing at myself. How sad is that? And then I was thinking, I wish you were in here.
Sad day. Jason Kelsey retired.
What
Eagles,
the fuck?
Eagles center.
I think you're down the hall, sir. You're in the wrong place.
Dom, you're a big Eagles guy, no?
Yeah, well, that guy's a great kid.
The guy. Yeah, the whole locker room. He ran the whole locker room, Jason Kelsey.
And he's a great player and a great human being. He's is his brother the one that goes out with the
Taylor
Swift? Yeah.
No, that's not it. I think I saw some of the news about her.
Just one thing.
They go to an island. There's a restaurant there. He goes, I bought this restaurant. She goes, I went and bought this fucking island. What do you think about that? If I can only make that funny, see, that's the trick. Say something like that, and then I'm laughing at the end. You feel for those guys? Talk, please. I'm a big mouth tonight.
No, I love because I watched Joey would always show me he loves the Dangerfield special, so I watched your set on Dangerfield last night. I would just because as from a new comic, like were you nervous about starting the Dangerfield set the way you did, just like doing like the sort of the cat like that was, yeah no that was like it was such a ballsy way to start.
I wasn't nervous at all, but the Johnny Carson thing I was very nervous. I was like, guy says to me, have fun. I go, this isn't fun. It's fucking scary. You go out and have fun. He was laughing for that, but what'd you say?
Why was Carson scarier than Dangerfield?
It was more, it had history to it, the whole thing of one of the 110 people that did that or whatever. I don't know. It was incredible.
How many times did you do it with Carson, Dom? You did it with a few, right? Yeah,
I don't remember. It's like 2 or 3, not a lot, but I got him in the later years,
Yeah.
And the gentleman with Lee, what's his name? The guy who followed him.
Letterman?
or Letterman?
Letterman was good. I only did that once. We didn't hit it. But I had fun with Craig Ferguson. He was so fucking crazy. But,
well, speaking of being clean, was it like hard for you to do show like with Dangerfield? You could say whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
On the late night shows, was it hard for you to be clean, or it's only 5 minutes? So you can do it?
I did. When I was being in my grade school, I did some. I was always pretty clean.
From the elementary school comedy.
Listen, thank you. Give that cunt a hand.
Kids love when you swear. It's so fun to swear in front of kids.
Did you hear what Dad said? Yeah, it's a big deal. I remember when my cousin Johnny and I. It's good. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Fuck it. You go ahead. I'm in a good mood. Are you in a good mood? I got a girlfriend waiting for me out there. As soon as she falls asleep, I go into action.
Whoa.
Everything from behind, from the sides, the top of the head, the bottom of the feet.
Why do you wait for her to fall asleep?
I would never do those things because she could see them. I do a little Indian dance, and it's terrible. I take seriously. They said you can fix what I got wrong with me.
Who's that? Yeah, what they? I want to talk to that they.
Mr. Program, 6'5" stick. He's a human.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Dom. Tall, dark, and handsome.
And a stick like.
They used to say I looked like the guy who, like the inflatables in front of the used car dealerships. That's what everyone always said because I kind of flail up in the wind a little bit.
Exactly what we were thinking. You read our minds. Would you come on the show for now? And he see if we could tighten up. How about you, Chubb?
I've been called everything. People never stop fucking with me, and I love it.
Were you smoking dope today?
Today, no. I'm just constantly still high from the edibles.
I got them. I didn't need them yet.
No, you don't like edibles?
I don't know. I'm just dating them right now.
You're keeping your options open.
Thank you, mister. Why can't he say nice things? You used to be used to you. You gang up on me, don't you?
They're so fucking mean. Holy shit.
Shut up. Jamie Masada one time. This guy Fraser Smith is on, and he said something, and Jamie said, "Shut up." I said, "It's a talk show. You can't tell a guy to shut up. Then there's no show."
Yeah.
Luckily, when it's your show, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Touche.
Did you? Because you had that show at the store for a while. I'm not the store. The
Laugh Factory. Yeah.
The Laugh Factory. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was fun. Joey did that a couple. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was good on it. He's funny everywhere.
Was it different? Because we tried to do some live podcasts. It's different trying to do that in front of an audience. Was that hard?
Yeah, it's a turn. It didn't work because we had from Peru or somewhere. They couldn't speak English, and
it didn't work for you guys when you tried to do your show live.
Me? It did, but it was different. Like we were playing to the crowd a little bit more, and like it was fun, but it was like even back then the comedy clubs didn't really know what it was.
Right.
It was at the very beginning of podcasting, and we'd go and tell them it was a podcast, and they'd be like, "So you're doing stand up?" Like, no, we're just talking for an hour.
I feel like if you do a live podcast, it has to be a bit interactive. I did one back in December with my other show, and our show we research stuff live.
Whoa! Shoot, you slipped that in. What other show?
The one I've been trying to book you on, but you keep saying you're too busy. That show.
I'll call you back later. I don't want to get anybody else jealous.
Lee,
But
Lee,
no. I was saying
yeah.
we did it live, but in our show, people comment live all the time, and we read those. So it was an easier transition because people can comment and say something.
I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that. Talk
Let's
to
do it.
nice people.
There
like
you go, Bri. He's ready.
Let's do it.
We've been bringing that up to you, Dom.
Really?
Lee, have you ever done that with the live feed, you and Joey?
We did when we first started, but Joey doesn't like it. If you listen to the early episodes of the church, you can hear him snapping at me because I'd be looking at the live feed, and you can't like Joey. Like you can have notes, but he doesn't like interaction. He wants it to be
yeah. Just as it goes.
I ask him. That's my job. Is I ask him the questions, like the stupid question, just to get him pissed off. Is when you get him pissed off, it's the best. Like, it's just a good way to get him to go on a rant.
How did you guys first meet up? How did you start producing the show for him?
Facebook.
Really?
Facebook. Yeah, I moved to LA, and I was working on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first job out of college.
Cool.
And they shut down. They go on hiatus during the summer, and they kept me on because they were nice. And I was just bored out of my mind. And I had heard Rogan's podcast, and I wrote to Joey because like I said, I was a stand-up fan my whole life, and I just said I want to work with comedians, but I don't want to come off as creepy, which is a weird thing to say to somebody. And we met outside the old haha, and we just started talking. Like Joey didn't know how to
interview somebody
to Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardy Har is like about a block away. I always get them mixed up. Hardy Har.
That was a black club.
You're looking for the one. It's Har.
What about the hee? The hee.
They have a club called
you
don't
can't
they?
I don't know. Let's start one now. We saw what you did. We'd like to do. We're going in different directions. You're going over there. We're over there.
Lee, is it fair to say that you were a part of the podcast boom? Like you had, with the church was a part of it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say we came in like the second round. Like there was Corolla, there was Kevin Smith, there was Rogan, and then
Marin, right?
Yeah, Marin was part of that first one.
Those guys, they get along.
Who's that?
I don't know anybody.
Probably not. Most people don't.
But Rogan and
Marin?
Marin.
I have no idea. I've seen Rogan like 4 times in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah. He gets upset. He doesn't like fat people, so he doesn't really let me around. He used to kick me out when I came in. Not now. Back then I was.
Really?
Oh God, yeah, dude. Let me show
you. Got a photo?
I shouldn't show my ID on fucking the internet. But look at this. This was me November of 2020.
Dude, good for you, dude.
Yeah, this was me when I came back to Boston.
You, man. Yeah, good for you. Yeah.
I keep it so. Yes, it is. Oh, you should see what I smelled like, Dom. Joey used to say I had flies, my hummus flies that would hang around in my neck, and he wasn't wrong.
That's rough, dude.
It was not good. Whoa. It was not fucking good at all. Were you ever big, Dom? Like, I mean, you've been like I saw you at the store, but you don't seem. You've always been like the same size.
No, I got about a 200 once, but
once.
I'm usually around 175.
I yo-yo. I go from 250 to 210 like this.
Yo-yo.
Back and forth. They call it yo-yo dieting.
Who are they?
Yo-yo diet. It means
get away from those people as far as you can go.
No, you go in streaks. You go in streaks, Dom. Like for 2 months, I'll work out. I'll eat healthy, and then like after the holidays.
No,
right now, I'm doing all right.
How about your wife's body? Is it? What? I'm asking. It's a biology question.
You met my wife.
Yes, I certainly did. Ooh, creepy guy. Creepy older man. Hey, Pop.
When I first started stand up, I would get so nervous I couldn't eat before shows. And I used to ask Joey, I'd be like, Joey, can you eat before shows? Because I can't eat.
He
And
could
he
eat
just looked
during
at
the
me.
show.
Now I
Sorry.
can. But he said you should do more shows then, just so I won't eat. But it was fucking, I can't imagine that you wouldn't get you never like had like when you were broke as a comic just eating at the clubs. You never like, or did you work out? What did you do?
I worked on my core.
Really though, you're
Just trying to find my core. I used to play a lot of basketball, and these guys said, "Come to me. They're coming, working first and middle." And they said, "We hear you were good at basketball." I said, "I was decent for a comedian, but not for a player, you know." But he said, "Well, could you run?" I go very fast. Jump. I could touch the rim. You, not me now, you fucking idiot. Me 124 pounds ago. What are you, a retard? You can't say retard. Don't say it. My retarded son said. No, but I was always lucky with that. But that's disgusting, the way you look.
I know. Can you believe it?
He knows, and now look at him now. He's
Now comparatively, and
I'm
now
Robin
big
Hood.
chubby's not too bad.
What's that?
Now being big, just big chubby's not too bad. I can wipe my ass again. It's
you got to root for that kind of guy.
Well, what was the biggest difference of the thing you noticed? Just easier to breathe, like walk around, like what?
It's
Was there
easier
anything
to
you
do
were like,
everything.
oh, shit? Yeah,
it's like getting on planes. Like I remember once getting on a Southwest. Like that was Joey's big trick. Is we'd go on a Southwest flight. He'd get the aisle. I'd get the window. He'd say, "Just look fat," and no one would ever sit next. Like people would just not go on the plane. Like rather than sit next to us. Like that was the only good part about being fat is no one wanted to sit next to you on a plane.
I like when people they blame the plane, but it's like you can't even get your leg down there because you're fat, you fucking pig. Look at you. How did people get to 600 pounds?
Oh,
I mean, it's how much do you got to eat to get that fat?
the problem is eating and then not moving. Like there would be days where I'd do under 1,000 steps. Oh, I could, if the world was gonna end in 6 months, I'd be 1,000 pounds by the end. I could get to 600 pounds easily, and I would die, but it would be fun.
Yeah,
I love eating.
it's a rough ground you live in.
That's my goal. Is just to find out and just eat until I pop. That'd be fucking awesome.
I don't know about you, Bri, but I'm starving.
Yeah, I could eat. I had some pizza before the show.
Ooh, what kind? You probably had veggies on it.
No. Extra sauce, and then I got it well done. Cooked well done, nice and crispy.
Extra sauce.
Yeah, this one place doesn't put enough on it, so you got to put a little extra.
We're making him different meals when he was at my house.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah, this is something that you'll never have. What we did last week. Laughing, talking. You understand me, tough guy? You want a piece of this?
Brian, I'm not sure who the top.
No, he's breaking my balls because Brian went to LA and hung out with him all week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Why didn't you go?
I wasn't invited.
Timing.
You'll get there eventually, Steve. You'll have him one day, Dom. He'll have to sleep outside, but you'll invite him. He'll get to watch next time.
You big lug.
Oh, you guys are fucking fun. How did you guys start this show?
Me and Steve, we drugged Dom and then pitched him on a podcast idea. That was it. We Cosby'd him.
How did you get me?
See, I told you.
Bobby Kelly did that thing about that, remember?
Oh yeah, we had nothing to say. Steve was like, No, Steve, it was Steve opened for you a bunch of times and then had the idea to do a podcast. So I came up and we pitched him on a show.
Brian was doing a podcast for me. Like my own podcast.
Probably a year, 2 years before that, maybe even longer. We known each other. 6 years, 7 years, Rinaldi, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we met at a club down in AC. a while back.
And then
That's
I opened
awesome.
for Dom. I opened for Dom at a casino in Philly. Sold it out. It was like 1,000 seats. And after the show, Brian was there, and we asked him. So the
That's
rest
nice.
is history. Now we log in once a week and break his balls.
I'll never forget that because I was backstage and I didn't hear anything moving or they talking. I realized you were doing your act. It's still so peaceful here. When are we going to let the audience in? They're in. Thank you.
Steve is 20 minutes in. Holy shit! Who did you open for? Anybody, Dom?
Cher for a couple of years.
Did you really open for Cher on the road?
Yeah, it was so much fun because the band always wanted to sing, and so they're all talented. She's great because she don't give a fuck. She's so rich. She doesn't bother you. The only
How
thing
long would you do in front of her? How long would you do on those shows?
25 minutes.
And the audience like because I've heard about doing music, they don't want to even look at you.
Yeah, but I'm on her bill, and that's a big difference.
Oh, really?
I'm on there's no surprises. What the fuck? People know they're coming to see, so they're in their seats already. They're not like,
They're not walking in.
Dom, did anybody else, do that, or was that something that she always did?
Cindy Lauper was the reason I got the second time I was doing it because you can get a comedian, just get a T-shirt and a jacket, you're in. So I'm in playing ball actually, and I got a call from the agent. She broke her leg falling off the stage, and they needed somebody tomorrow, which was Dallas, and then it was one of those places that's half in the sky and half in the place,
Oh yeah. Like a covered thing. Yep.
That was fucking so hard. I said I can't do this. I can't. It's too hard. The next night we went in the Summit in Houston, which was an arena, but you couldn't see the sky. You couldn't, so and then worked great. I had to learn to slow down because it takes time for the lamp to hit the back wall, and otherwise you just.
That's so crazy. Like the sound takes so much time to travel and then get back to you. So you do the joke, it's traveling back, and then the punch, and then the laughs come back to you.
Yeah, it is really weird, but you got to do it because otherwise you'd be talking over yourself.
Right.
How long did it take you to figure that out? How many shows?
Oh, I figured it out right away when I saw how big it was.
Jesus.
I'm not all stupid.
Just what percentage?
I had, let me see, the best was Cher was the best, and Natalie Cole I loved. George.
Natalie Cole's Nat King Cole's daughter, right? That Natalie Cole.
Yeah. She was a great girl, but I think she was doing like the hard stuff.
Oh, really?
And Paul Anka, he was a jerk. He was not my crowd. He gets like these big high heels. Hi, how you doing? Like such a phony, That was George something from the TV show. Well, I'm living it up to this.
Fuck. You don't know Steve? The Jeffersons.
Yeah, Jefferson. He was
the main character. Yeah, he was on. He was on Archie Bunker too.
Yeah.
I know he's talking about. I didn't know he did stand up, Dom.
He doesn't. Believe me, he's terrible.
You're talking about the guy from the Jeffersons?
Yeah, and
Sherman
really, he was a nice guy, and his manager he didn't sell any tickets. And the manager comes up and sits beside me. He goes, "What can I tell you? He really wanted to do this. I'm not telling you. I don't know why. Because they thought he was as funny as the Jeffersons. It's a different kind of funny,
right?
Was the same with Kramer, Dom? Like when he tried stand up.
Well, he was like angry. Like everybody's thinking, why is he angry? He's Kramer. Should be funny, He was jealous of the young guys. That's what I thought it was. Because I'm going to tell you the thing with Cher. Never bugged me about anything. She hated this one joke. I said, you never want to watch porn. You never want to watch porn with your girlfriend. Because here's the thing you never want to hear. Now that's a cock. That is a cockaroo. And she goes, Doc, your dog. Look at those people. There's transvestites and little girls. It's a crazy mix of people.
Dom
Old
Herrera's
ladies too.
Dom Herrera's going to start opening for Taylor Swift this year. That's
Yeah, if she makes some chows, huh?
They would lose their mind now if you said that in front of her audience.
I got a friend. He's really negative. If somebody was playing like Amazing Grace, he goes, "I hate that fucking song." Right? And he goes, I said, "Well, this is." He goes, "I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Fuck the." Anyway, he said the other night about Taylor. He goes, "Not for nothing. I don't think she's that hot." Well, how hot do you have to be? As good? I think she's pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, no, not bad. Yeah. It's a 10 out of 10.
Look at me. And she likes football. All right.
Yeah. And she
She's
has a
also
great job.
billionaire.
Yeah.
So I see, like at this age, I see people. They're so jealous. They don't have time to live life. They don't have time to have fun. How do you get that? He's good. I'm good too. Yeah, but not as good as him. It's like, yeah. Like when I won't tell you the guy's name because you all know him, but he was like around 50th in the 100 greatest acts in the world ever. Remember they did that? It was you guys before you, but he didn't like where he was, 50 something. And I'm thinking, you're so fucking lucky to be in this. It's only because you have a TV show that you're in it. It's funny as you guys get around. You see how funny some guys are around. They just don't get a break. They can't live somewhere because they have a family here. And there's a lot of. It's not just talent,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but yes.
Yeah. Would you get jealous, Dom?
I'm too neurotic. I'm trying to get my own thing. No, I don't. Like Eddie Murphy got the thing for the thing that made him a hit. I forget.
Raw, or was it the one before that? Right, probably the one before that, or was Raw the first one? But go ahead. Sorry.
No, they're not. I'm trying to figure out the.
It was Delirious. Raw.
Oh, yeah, probably Delirious. But you're talking about jealousy, Dom.
Jealousy,
yeah.
It's just a killer, because. The regular people, they can't you can't do the whole world. You can't be, you get these people. Nobody's good except them. And I don't know where I'm going with this. Can somebody take me out of this?
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's more than enough of the pie to go around.
If you're good,
work.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're good. I don't know. That's why I just, I mean, I don't do stand up, but I produce and make videos and stuff. It's just about running your race. You could look at people all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because you had like a legend, but for me, I'm at the point now where like I'm featuring more. I'm starting to feature a lot, and like Josh Wolf is taking me out a bunch, and that's great. But it's hard to when someone's not taking you out right now. It's hard to get going because everyone's bringing a feature. So I don't like it. I don't like to admit it, but like I'll see people who I know are just awful, and they get to go out with, and it's I
go out on the road.
I get jealous
with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I get jealous.
Who are they going out on the road with if they're bringing bad comedians with them on the road? I mean, I'm not a stand-up, but I mean, you want the show to be good, right? Not soft until you go up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Lee, you still based in LA?
No, I live in outside of Boston right now.
Where you at now?
I'm in a place called Worcester. I don't know. It's where Doug was from.
Worcester, right?
Do you have a home club?
No, the Laugh Boston people have been pretty nice to me. I've started to do that.
You should produce a show. You know so many comics.
You know what? No, I don't know that many around here, but I've been lucky since the big. Like this is the first year since the beginning of the year. I've had like 2 weeks where I haven't had anything. I'm pretty much on the road. Like I'm going to Minnesota this week. Then I'm doing Zanies for the first time in Nashville in 2 weeks.
Congrats!
So it's just I'm slowly. I should have been producing a show, but now I'm my goal. Like my dream, Dom, is to be a touring comedian. Like that's LA. I loved being in LA. I didn't really do I did open mics in LA.
Mm-hmm.
New York is a dream of mine, but I don't want to just be in New York. I like the idea of being on the road is so cool to me. I get if I could do that 50 weeks a year, that's my dream.
Fair enough.
I like that. Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, road comedian.
Did you like being on the road, or did you like being in LA more, Dom?
Well, I was very lucky. You know, I mean, you said the Rodney Dangerfield thing. That joint, I went from 0 to 100 with that. I did 7 minutes of my act. It hit, you know, whatever it was. I mean, everybody, not everybody, but most of us got a little piece of that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it made it, like I was in Atlanta one night and I hadn't started the gig yet, and it was packed. And I go, what's it? And the guy looks at me and goes, you're the show. And they came for me, and they did. And I was like, and I'm not saying I haven't had hills and valleys, but it's been pretty secret. It's been pretty not secret, pretty.
Well, when you did that tight 7-minute set, Dom, did you have an hour prepared? Like, were you ready for it?
No, not fucking.
That's so funny, man. That's fucking great.
Wow. So you just stretched on the road.
I had to. This guy, Hiram, he says, I got a show for you, $75, 45 minutes. I go, I don't have 45 minutes. He goes, it'll come to you. I said, well, this is like Jesus with the wine, is it? I mean,
Jesus, I can't imagine a time when you didn't have 45 minutes. Like I just did my first 45 minutes like 2 months ago, but it's like when to think that you went on the road without 45 minutes. How long would you do? Would you just do crowd work, or what would you do with it if you didn't have the time?
I don't know. That's scary. And I mean, I don't know.
Just made it fucking happen. Yeah.
Somebody said that, but you know that's also you got to trick them with the, you know, talking to them, because nobody does. It's what they say. Like Dave Chappelle, he's up since 4 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like fucking. I mean, till 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said to the waitress, I said, "Does he do the same? Does he like improvise?" She goes, "Exactly the same night." Exactly the same. So he's not really having any big breakthroughs mentally. It's just like, you know, they lie. And, you know, not that Dave Shea is a liar, but if you come on stage and you're not prepared, there are ways around it, believe it or not. But it's not going to be Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I can't imagine being 30 minutes in and I'm done. I have said every joke I've ever written, and then there's 30 minutes left. That's crazy.
That's scary. Yeah, it was 110 minutes was the show. And I looked down. I felt like I did like 10, at least 20. It was, I had like five up there. I got 112 left. What the fuck am I going to do? Because it was my show. It was like, it was a casino date, but it wasn't like a team. It was just
right. It was just you,
a singer. Yeah.
Jeez, 110 minutes. But it was a little bit different back then because no one had phones to like record you bombing. But like it still must have been awful. Like
back then, it's interesting how like 7 minutes could have changed your life. Now people are doing a selfie video becoming viral, and they have that type of springboard, like Dom's saying, you know?
Well, the different things are available, you know, like now. There was only one guy, Steve Martin, that really did stand up, and he hated it because it's not intimate. But they didn't have the technology they have today. They're looking at a screen like this, and now it's like a movie screen. You know.
Oh, and in bigger places. Well, but like it was. So you weren't at all nervous? Like I did Dangerfields like right. I think I'm the reason why they closed. Like I did it right before they closed, but just to see it after, like, because that's all Joey would show me those specials over and over again, and then to just be on that stage was so fucking cool. Like I can't imagine that you were just like, I'm here. I'm with the Dangerfield's bringing me on, and you weren't nervous at all.
I wouldn't say not at all, but I was terrified when I did the Tonight Show. I mean, I couldn't eat. It was like going to the Super Bowl, you know.
Do you remember how long in advance you knew about the Carson thing? Was it like a week or a month or like a year or what?
It was about like 2 weeks or 3, you know. He put me right on.
I think I'd rather have less time. I'd rather have like 3 days.
Yeah, yeah. But the reason I didn't get the show on merit, I got it because the waitresses, they all liked me because I was polite to them and I had fun with them and all. And he loved women. Jim McCauley was his name. So one night they snuck him in to watch me, and probably like 20 people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing some shit, and I get off again. And hey, Dom, I'm Jim McCauley. I said, Jim, I know who you are. Nice to meet you. He says, how'd you like to do the Tonight Show? I go, nah, thanks anyway. So of course I'd like to do the Tonight Show. She goes, well, you got it. I go, you got it. What material should I do? Do what you just did. That's it. All this drama over it. Goes, yeah, that's it. We'll see that, you know.
But was it the same process for everybody, Dom? They would just
I was lucky. I had the girls. Anytime you judge your material and stuff, always think about what the staff is going to do or how they react, because they tell the truth, you know, and they know comedy because they see it every night.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
You got that, she?
Yeah. So
where's your mug?
Hey, Lee, when you started the church with Joey, like, did you have this vision of what it was going to become, or was it just something you just started messing with?
No,
it turned into like a 12-year run, right? 10-year run.
Yeah, I think it was 2012 to it was 8 years on the church. We just started back up again remotely, like you guys, but no, Joey, we wanted to do something at 6 a.m. I was working overnights on Hell's Kitchen, the TV show, and we wanted to do like it was at 6 a.m. and I didn't even want to be on. I just wanted to be the tech behind it, let Joey rant, and he said he wanted someone to bounce things off of because you can't really get a ton of guests at 6 a.m. And no, I would be a liar. What do you say?
You can get fishermen, guys.
Yeah,
bakers,
paper
boy. Yeah, the paper boy,
truck drivers. Yeah, but I'd be a liar if I told you that I could have. I still don't even really, because I didn't really go on the road with them.
So Lee, like I was a fan of the show. Like, name some guests that walked in there and you were just like, as a fan of comedy, you're like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Well, I'm sure Dom, when I could remember, when I wasn't super stoned, but like everybody was on. Gabriel was on, Ralphie was on, Theo. We had it was the cool as a comedy fan. It was a cool.
You went to the funny guys first. just thinking about it. I'm sorry,
you gotta go to the funny guys first. But no, it was even like Mike Tyson came on and he was great. Henry Rollins was really cool to me. There was just so many. It was just so many people. And I swear to God, it's my stock line when I meet someone is they remember more of it than I do. Because like there was a huge portion that I just fucking don't remember.
So was he looking for an editor on Facebook or something? What was that? Because you said on Facebook, did you just DM him and say,
I DM'd him and said I want to work with comedians, but I don't want to come off as creepy. He asked me what my ideas were, and I talked about the CDs and doing videos and podcasts, and I got lucky. I got lucky that he took a chance, and some of the stuff just took off. It was like I think we worked hard together. I'm not saying we didn't work hard, but I just got in the right place at the right time.
Great show too.
Dom, that's the same way I feel about me and you.
Bullshit. You jump on any train, you get the fucking feet under. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. You have to see this.
No, I had a great. I mean, what was that like, Dom, for you when the internet started taking over? Like, and it like that started to become a bigger thing.
I don't. Maybe I'm not as stupid as I think I am, but I'm pretty stupid. And everybody, like, my girlfriend still closes my wife, my temple. I can't even think of it.
The phone, the text.
The text. I really use that. I don't. Do me a favor. Will you say goodbye to them for me? It's sad. It's sad looking. Kids, midgets. They're all better than me. I'm glad I got you guys to hang out with.
Midgets are still adults, Dom. They're just shorter.
What was the question?
Now, we were talking about the podcast boom, Dom. Like when Rogan would start calling you over and Marin. Like, did you know what was going on when you were going on these shows and garages and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit, but because Joe and I used to play pool so much, once in a while we talk about it. But that was amazing. But I mean, it's a different world. I mean, these guys with Joe and Mark and some of these guys, there were no venues. They wouldn't get the message in the town that these guys were. You know, we had to get up for morning radio and then the middle of the day, and then it was fucking horrible. You know, compared to this is this is my room to do my exercise.
Yeah.
I jerk off. That wall is all jizz. You can't stick. Don't all your shirts stick on that.
Lee, thanks again, man.
Yeah, it's gonna close. We can't close that. So, good.
That's the clip, Dom. Thank you guys for Dom. I know everyone probably sucks your dick, but it means the world to be on here. So thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kim. And you'll be back again in a couple hours. And
We'll record again in 5 minutes. We'll take another 5-second break.
Good luck, man. And then tell your wife I said hello. You have a wife?
I don't, but for you, I will.
That's a good laugh.
Yo, Dom, over here.
Yo, Dom.